Morning, sir. How are you?
What are you doing?
Pardon?
Why are you filming the police station?
Would you mind identifying yourself first, please, sir?
I identify myself. It's right there. PC
Yeah, and what's your collar number?
It's 1722.
Thank you very much, sir.
You can't sit here filming people coming in and out of the
Why
police
can I
station.
not, sir? I'm doing a perfectly legal activity.
No, what you're doing is surveilling a police station.
No,
it's a terrorist
please.
offence.
So are you calling me a terrorist, sir?
No, what I'm saying is if you carry on doing this and carry on acting this behaviour,
Okay.
gathering information about
First of all,
police
sir, hang on.
coming
First
in
of all,
and out
sir,
of the
can you
police
stop
station.
pointing at me, please? Can you please stop pointing at me? I'm not
It's not
pointing at
relevant
you.
to the situation.
No, it is, sir. You're pointing
What
at
I'm
me, and
telling
that's
you-
rude. Pointing at me is rude, sir. Okay, that is very rude to point at somebody. Morning, madam. How are you?
Yes, very well. Are you okay?
Good. I'm very well, thank you.
Good. Did you want
Very well.
someone? Or...
No. Would you mind identifying yourself for me first, please, madam?
Police officer, PC good.
Thank you very much. Okay, no, I was just talking to two other plainclothes officers just now.
Yeah.
I'm literally just down purely because...
The camera rolls as the auditor stands near the rear gate of the police station. An officer walks out. "You're on camera, no pressure," the auditor says. The officer replies with a calm, "No pressure whatsoever." The atmosphere shifts as the auditor asks him to identify himself, and the officer simply points to his badge. The auditor asks for his collar number, 1722, and thanks him.
At the moment, there's a big survey going around to do with the Metropolitan Police, where you've got roughly what they class as about 65% of officers that don't identify themselves correctly.
Oh,
Okay, and exactly what you just done for me is exactly what I needed to see, and that's exactly what was done.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's exactly what the other plainclothes officers done about 3 or 4 minutes ago,
Right.
which was absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
And the way that you're talking to me now is absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
But then when you look at that gentleman there, the way that he approached me, okay, and just literally, he's already literally said that I'm surveilling the place, and he was pointing at me,
Right.
okay, which isn't right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not the way to approach a member of the public. The way that you did, very professional, very polite. And that is what people need to see, okay? That is what's happening, okay? Yes, there is a lot of bad stuff, but they also need to see there's a lot of officers doing exactly what they should be doing.
So you can appreciate that.
Okay, could you identify yourself first
My
one?
name's PC Stressing.
Okay.
The officer suddenly warns him that he can't sit here filming people coming out. The auditor pushes back, explaining that he is doing a perfectly legal activity. The officer accuses him of surveilling a police station. The auditor reacts, "So are you calling me a terrorist, sir?" The officer denies it, but tension rises as the auditor demands the officer stop pointing at him.
Sorry, I can't see, because you got one number or letter that's off, I think.
I don't know. I've got
EC3,
There we go.
3391. Thank you very much,
I
madam.
appreciate you're standing at the rear of a
And
police
that's fair
station
enough.
filming, and we're naturally going to challenge anybody. who's
That's fair
standing
enough,
down
and I
here.
welcome that.
Yeah.
And I welcome that.
That's why you've been approached by
No,
numerous
as I
people.
said, I welcome that, but the way that you just done it, okay, very professional. But this gentleman, as soon as he got out, okay, he told me I couldn't do it, okay. Then he told me that I was surveilling the place.
What's the purpose of your...
Exactly what I just said to this young lady.
Nevertheless, you are still
Okay.
filming this police station.
Which is perfectly- which is-
period of time.
Which is perfectly lawful, sir. It's
Not
perfectly.
if you continue to
It
do
is
it.
perfectly lawful. I
if you
can
continue to do
stand on the public pavement as long as I wish.
What's your intention, sir?
As long as I wish, sir. So please don't say that
If you keep
regardless.
gathering information about personnel going in and out of the police station, you risk being arrested.
Sir, for what?
terrorism.
A female officer arrives. The auditor greets her politely and asks for identification. She identifies herself professionally. He explains that he's there because a public survey claims around 65% of officers fail to identify correctly. He compliments her for doing everything right, comparing her behavior with the earlier officer's rude approach.
So,
Right.
so you're
There is
you're
no
suspecting me.
legitimate
Right,
reason-
you've got to have
there is no
reasonable
legitimate
suspicion, sir.
reason
You
for
have
to
to
be
have
sat
reasonable
here
suspicion, sir.
surveilling the
Exactly as I
personnel
told you. You
going
are
in
a
and
very, very
outside
rude
of the
man.
police
Sir, I
station.
have nothing
You're
more to
talking at
say
me,
to
you're
you.
not listening
End
to
of
me.
story.
All right.
I have nothing to
I'm
say
going to
to
give you
you.
a period of time, all right? You
Of
need
what?
To leave here.
Of what?
You need to leave here.
Of what time?
You're
Of what time?
recording
Of what time, sir?
people
Of
coming
what
in
time,
and out.
sir? Of what time are you going to give me? I'm standing
Until
on the
you
public
give me
pavement.
a valid reason for why you're here.
Sir, I don't have to give you a valid reason. And can you please stand back?
You can appreciate why,
Okay? No, this is the public footpath here.
we're public
This is the
as well.
public footpath here. Don't tell me to get off police property. This is the public footpath.
I think you've come here today
This is the public
to surveil
footpath.
the police
Do
coming
you?
in and out
Okay.
of the police
Well, if
station,
you feel that,
recording
well,
it,
if you feel that, sir,
alternatively
then do
to start a
something.
fight
Then do
with
something.
police.
If you feel that, I had a lovely engagement with this lady. I had a lovely engagement with that
Nevertheless, you
lady.
are still
Okay,
recording
sir,
police coming
you
in
are
and
a
out of
very,
police
very
station.
rude young man. Okay, you are a very, very rude individual.
Another officer arrives. The auditor politely asks for identification again, pointing out that one of the numbers on the badge is unclear. The officer confirms 3391. The auditor tells them that filming from a public footpath is lawful and that he welcomes officers approaching, but respectfully.
My love, would you mind if I speak to you,
Go on
please?
then. Can
Okay,
just ask
I
you
have
the
nothing to
purpose?
say to this
Can
gentleman.
I ask you the purpose of your recording
Okay.
then?
Yeah,
That's when
exactly
you
what I
actually
said.
inquire.
There is a survey going on, okay, to do with the police not identifying themselves correctly.
And where's the
okay?
survey through? I'm
It's
not
literally,
aware.
it's going around the whole of the general public that went out from several places.
Right.
Okay, and I'm down here to actually show, and hopefully that wasn't happening.
So in essence, you're getting the police to come out to speak to
No,
you, to challenge
no,
you. But
no.
Otherwise, how
No,
would
if
you
a
have-
police officer comes out, then they come out. If they don't, then I will speak to them on the street, and that's exactly what I've been doing.
Right.
Okay,
It seems strange that you're standing at the rear gate of the
I can
police
stand
station.
wherever I wish.
I'm asking you, I'm not saying you can't. I'm
Yep.
saying it seems strange that you're standing at the rear gate of a police station. with
Yeah,
your
well,
camera
I've
out.
already been round the front.
Okay.
I've already been round the front.
Well, you can
okay,
appreciate why.
and
our
I've come
job,
round the back, and that's fair
naturally,
enough.
Is here
No,
to ask
and I
questions.
understand that perfectly. I do understand that.
So
But-
have you achieved what you've wanted to achieve from this recording?
yeah.
The first officer re-engages, telling the auditor that recording officers entering and leaving could lead to arrest. The auditor stands his ground. This is the public footpath. You cannot tell me to get off. He points out his positive interactions with the female officers and highlights how rude the male officer has been.
But literally, I weren't expecting the aggression from this officer
You can
here.
appreciate we
Okay.
are constantly on edge.
Yeah, but that's
the very
fine.
people that come here and check out who's going in and out of the station.
Yeah, but that's
'Cause
fine.
We, you know what, we want to go home at the end of the shift and not be targeted.
Everybody
by
does.
anyone.
Everybody does. But let me then ask you this question,
Go on.
okay? Regardless to what I was here for, okay, he had no right, okay, to talk to me in the tone that he did, and also no right at all, okay, to tell me he is going to give me a time limit that I can stand on the public
I
footpath.
can appreciate how
Absolutely no
suspicious it is.
chance.
Okay, I appreciate what you're saying.
Absolutely no
what you want
chance.
to do is you want to challenge people who challenge you by saying, "Who are you?"
No,
and provide your identity.
wrong.
But that's what you've just
Okay,
said. There's a survey
when
going around.
your actual policy, your code of practice. Now, this officer here was actually here when the other two plainclothes actually approached me.
Yeah.
Okay, and exactly what I've told you is exactly what I've told them. Okay,
And what did they
so
say?
fine. Have a good day.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they name check or anything?
No, they didn't, because you have no right to have my name.
Another officer tries to calm the situation, explaining concerns about people targeting police stations. The auditor listens but firmly states the issue, the aggressive tone and the officer giving him a time limit on public space. He argues this is unacceptable and violates their own code of conduct.
Do.
No, what right's that then?
Okay.
You are surveilling people coming in and out of
So
police
you're
stations.
calling me a terrorist?
You're surveilling. Listen to me.
Okay.
Stop talking at me. Listen to me.
Sir, I will talk as much as I wish to,
Then-
okay?
then
You cannot tell
I'm
me I have to
explaining
give you my details.
I'm explaining to you the risk
Okay.
you are posing to this police station.
So what law do I have to give you my details? Tell me that.
I haven't asked you to give me your details, have I? Have I asked
Okay.
you to give you my details?
Well,
What I'm
you
saying
just said
is,
that you can run my details, so...
continue this behaviour of recording people and personnel coming in and out of the police station, you risk being arrested under terrorism offences because you are gathering information about the personnel. You are compromising the safety of this building by
Okay.
constantly recording people coming in and out.
Okay, right,
Now,
tell me the last
I
time
asked
when a
you-
police station
I
got
asked you
hit
quite
by a bomb.
distinctively,
That's
and I
it.
identified
The
myself
threat is
when I
there.
got out, not to mention the fact that I'm in uniform. I asked you quite clearly.
Anybody can
what
put a
you were
uniform
doing,
on.
What you were
And I
filming
told you,
for.
but you were very aggressive. You just stood there
So you
pointing
were
at me.
aggressive.
Really?
You were aggressive from the get-go.
Really?
The auditor explains that he was speaking with two plainclothes officers earlier who behaved perfectly professionally. He clarifies that he isn't forcing officers to engage, he simply speaks with them if they approach. He explains that police are rarely seen walking the streets anymore, so stations are the only place citizens can interact with them.
Yes.
You
Look
just
at
stood there
now.
pointing. Wait, this is my voice.
You just said
My
to me,
voice
"Oi."
is virtually
Have I
gone.
said to you, "Oi"?
I can
You're
speak
the
to you
one
whatever
being
way I
rude to
wish.
me. Oh, okay. So you can
Okay.
be rude to me and you don't expect me to somehow...
Sir, you are the one that completely was out of order to me.
I think
Okay,
you come here
you
to
were
start a
completely
fight
out of order.
for no
Really?
apparent reason.
Really?
You're
Well, do you want to go and get the
recording
other?
back of the police
And
station.
so what?
Right?
So what?
I've already told you.
Okay,
so
look,
what.
I will carry on doing what I'm
Okay,
doing.
well,
Okay,
I'm telling
look,
you
there
now,
you go. Look.
You're risking being
Okay,
arrested under
look,
terrorist
look,
offence.
there we go. Yeah, so you can
You're
see.
surveilling the back of the police
Okay,
gate.
no, I'm literally I'm
constantly
taking photos of the
recording
actual
personnel
vehicles.
coming in and
Why?
out.
Okay, right there you go. Because I'm proving
I've
to
warned you.
him that I
I've
can.
warned you.
You warn me of what?
I've
For
told
what
you
purpose?
You warn me of what?
that if you continue to be here, right, you risk being arrested.
I can stand here for as long as I wish.
Okay, well, I'll leave that to you.
Okay.
If
So,
that's what you wish to
but
do.
as I said, for you, I would say thank you for your time. I appreciate that.
What's your
Okay.
first name?
I won't give my details.
No. Okay, just to
Okay.
make you aware. Like,
The officers insist that due to terrorist threats, filming a police station raises suspicion. The auditor counters, a man with a camera doing a lawful activity. How is this not lawful? He emphasizes that suspicion must be reasonable, and simply filming cannot justify arrest.
my colleague has explained, okay, you are at the rear of the police station, whether you're at the front, the rear, whatever,
Yep.
right? There is terrorist threats all the time.
Yeah, but then, as I said, you've got to have reasonable suspicion
You're
to
standing
actually.
here recording. Why is that not reasonable enough?
What? A man with a camera doing a lawful activity.
How is what you're doing so lawful? What you're recording people coming
So
in
are
and
you
out
telling?
of the
So
station?
hang on. So you telling me
How
it's
are
not
you-
lawful?
How are you saying that that is lawful then?
It is perfectly
What's
lawful.
Here you have, you come here to say that you wanted to challenge officers who are not producing
Yep.
ID when you speak to them, yet you're standing right at the gate,
Yeah.
basically engaging with them to
Yep.
force them to do it.
No. Well, where else at this moment in time?
said
I
you
can't
could
go
walk
to
down
any
the
other
street.
police station.
So why can't you just walk down
Okay.
the street and do it?
Because how often do you now see an actual police officer walking down the street?
You
Come
don't.
on.
You don't.
Right.
Yeah, so why
Okay.
don't you go
So
to-
you tell me that the only place we can actually get officers now, okay, is at a closed police station on a yellow phone. Okay, and that's normally at a reception desk.
Okay, well, I've no doubt that you were walking down the street at
Okay.
some stage, sir.
Tension spikes again as the aggressive officer warns him that continued filming could lead to arrest under terrorism laws. The auditor challenges him, "Tell me the law that requires me to give you my details." The officer cannot answer. The auditor shows he is simply taking pictures of police vehicles to prove a point, that filming is legally permitted.
And you will have come across a police officer.
Not for a long, long time.
What I'm saying, and my colleague has reiterated, is this is a police station. And the fact that you're recording, coming and going from the police station, draws security risks for us.
Well, you can see it as ever you want. Okay, as
Yeah,
I
you
said.
can't see it like that.
Okay, no, because I'm doing exactly what I'm legally allowed to.
Okay, well, look, it is
Okay,
a warning, just
right.
to make you aware.
A warning for what though?
Like I say, the next person that comes out might draw more of
Okay,
an inference.
then we will see. Okay, have a lovely day.
As the officers prepare to leave, they warn that future personnel exiting the station may draw more attention. The auditor confidently responds that he will continue filming as long as he wishes. After they walk away, he speaks to the viewers, stating that the officer was completely out of order and that he had already finished his outro and was about to leave before being confronted again.